Let's go.
Okay, hopefully my computer doesn't shut off. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Of Cards and Spirits, the first campaign, full campaign. I'll be running with Perfect Draw. I am joined here today by Glovely, who is also my coach for an upcoming tournament that I'm doing.
Hello. I do devious things on Pokemon and pretty much nowhere else.
And I'm also joined by my best friend, Nex, as well as the main artist for like my entire channel.
Hi, I'm Nex. I'm significantly worse at Pokemon, and all I really know is how to spam Explosion on Glalie.
I mean, it works, right?
It does. It works.
You just
It
click
works
boom
well.
and it works.
Hopping in to
no
say
one
hi.
stops me for some reason.
Hi, your friend of Lovely. Hello, Cross Monkey Studios. I don't know what to shorten that to, but welcome. Hopefully we do well.
How about Cross? Cross sounds reasonable.
Cross does sound reasonable.
I don't have Twitch pulled up, but I have an idea. I spread out our link to some folks. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. I also run a show called Minis and Mayhem. We're currently on a bit
Did
of
my thing
hiatus,
just not update
but,
at all?
you know,
Oh, that
did
sucks.
it not update?
It did not update. I had a crop version. Whoopsie.
Okay. Oh well, it's fine. Art is still in progress. It takes time and energy and effort, and we both had to draw our characters out.
No, I'm just gonna blame the website and be a.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Blame the website.
Okay, I think Tabletop Simulator.
Okay, I fixed it. There we go.
Oh, there's a native music player. Anyways, for anybody that is wondering, today, besides me saying in the intro that this is campaign 1, this is Perfect Draw. It is the card game anime tabletop RPG that uses Powered by the Apocalypse as its main engine. And this is the tabletop. It's been a long time since you had seen this.
Card games on tabletops.
Yes, this is Tabletop Simulator. They've done a lot of updates, made things nice and fresh. but yeah, back onto the whole campaign. I'm running a custom campaign where these two are college students about to go on a nice journey through, all of the anime bullshit that you could see that you get from Cardfight Vanguard, Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh, you name it. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna go into that.
Pardon me, I thought this was going to be a normal school experience.
I lied.
Oh dear.
But before we fully get into character and we get into the game, just a preface to everybody. Typically, whenever I run a tabletop game, I don't respond to chat until the first break. So, hope you all enjoy, and we are going to begin. It is a lovely Monday morning in Gamba City as students are starting to come in for the opening ceremony at Arcana University. But two very special students have enrolled here this year, who will introduce themselves as the narrator just kind of starts reading their thoughts, starting with a very gloomy-looking girl carrying a stuffed animal. Hello, would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yes, I am Edelgard. You may refer to me as such.
Okay, you don't have another name? Just Edelgard?
For the commoners, no, but my friends call me Felicia.
Fire Emblem nerd.
The funny thing is, I don't know a single goddamn thing about Fire Emblem.
Really? Well,
Yeah. This was
I
just a
never played Three
coincidence.
Houses, so I just happen to know the name. My sister's wife is a big fan.
I also
played
played Three
Awakening
Houses.
once, in college, I think, and then I never played another Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem bit aside.
All right. Felicia, do you want to tell anybody what you're about? Maybe about the deck that you're bringing in.
Oh well, I just love stuffed animals. I love creating all these different dolls, except maybe certain ones. You see her just like sort of like grip the fucking head of this cat doll that she's carrying around. But yes, my deck is full of the sophisticated cards based on toys that I've designed.
Yep, because that's a thing that's allowed. You could just make cards in this universe, and they go through a rigorous process to make sure they are balanced. I'm just gonna.
Yes.
Yes,
I am the
rigorous.
ruler of this. I'm the ruler of the Snitch Stitch archetype. And let's just say, if you plan on just fighting with a whole bunch of monsters, you might be in for a terrible time.
Just quickly fixing something. Okay, but yeah, we got some really good cards here. Next actually drew all of the art for their archetype as well as their character. You know, power of an artist. I do like the Cheshire Cormorant. So
The Cheshire Cormorant, yes.
Everything about this terrifies me, except for Snitch Stitch. I love Snitch Stitch.
the
I love
Pupper
the dog
Copper is very happy.
Pupper Copper, yes. Oh my god, that's so much cuter than Dog Copter. I'm sorry. Sorry, Steven Universe fans in the audience. Pupper Copter is way cuter.
Okay, so we admitted.
You'll see them in action soon, I'm sure.
Yep. We'll probably see a lot of things that you do in action soon, because you most likely have a very dark secret. But we're going to ignore that for now.
Yes,
what's over
please.
there in
Do
the
not
middle?
Bring it up.
What's over there in the middle of a bunch of maids and butlers, just everywhere? It's a seems to be a very rich twin-tailed woman. Hello, would you like to tell the viewers about yourself?
No, I don't think I would, but unfortunately for the sake of the narrative, I must deign myself to. You may call me Atsuko Hero. My father is a very powerful and important man, and we are comfortable. I am using a deck that is based on Monster Vet. And I do not have my card art done today. I'm sorry, but I do in fact have a fun little deck that is based on, when I say monster vets, I mean monster veterinarians. So my cards are going to be based on animals. Whoa, getting a little bit of a visual error on my end. I don't know if anyone else sees that.
Yeah,
but,
I'm also getting that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Let
But,
me do this real quick.
But
It's the little funky things with these fillable cards.
nope, that did not work. Okay.
All right, so I will have to fix that for next time. But for the time being, I can still read everything.
Well, my summonable cards are still over on the left. You can still see Mangy Mutt and Clumsy Cat. You don't see didn't put in like their extra effects, but they're tokens for something that will be happening potentially later.
I'm just testing something. Seeing
But in particular, I am very much looking forward to showing
The heck?
off the Prodigy playbook that I'm using. And in particular, we'll let you know that I have an ace up my sleeve, which you may see later.
I'm just fixing this again. Oh,
Oh,
And
I just pulled them back to my hand. Sorry.
yep, because you
let me-
have a card that says. I'm just gonna put the text
Oh,
that you
everyone
had.
loves. Yes, the Punisher.
Yeah, even though I'm supposed to say ace card, but
Yeah,
I will
that's-
fix all of this later.
Well, we'll meet the Punisher later. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, I hope that fixed it.
But yes, I am a very wealthy and important person. Though for some reason people don't want to stick around me very often. I wonder why.
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
I guess we will.
But yeah, currently all of the students are waiting in line, except for Atsuko, who, you know, being kind of rich, just kind of is able to skip lines.
It's a perk.
In order to get to the administration building, where you get your class assignments as well as your extracurriculars, which will be very, very important. So with Atsuko at the building first, she approaches the front desk, where there is a portly man, slightly bald, with large glasses. And he says, "Ah, Miss Hero, we have been expecting you."
Atsuko is perfectly fine, dear. I don't worry too much about the family name.
Wow, that's very nice. That's very nice of you. I have your papers ready. Your father made sure to call ahead and asked us to make sure that you have the following classes. As he hands you a form, you see one of the classes is, I guess, like the best way to describe it is more like social studies, or
Yeah.
you have a lot of those.
I mean,
You have a lot of that one.
Social studies is interesting. Like it's like the humanities, right? That's
Yep, like
probably what
humanities.
it is.
Humanities.
Yeah. You see the smile that she has on her face. You see a slight twitch at the edge of one of her lips. And she says, "Oh, an interesting schedule he's chosen. Well, I'm sure I can live up to those expectations without issue. Where might I be led to?"
Oh, well, if you just go down to the left, we also understand that I also understand that you're a very prominent Battle Warriors player.
Yes, I look forward to joining the team.
Well, you'll be able to meet your team captain over in the arena. Like I said, if you go down to the left and the exit, it's going to be the large building in the center of the school.
Team captain. I see. I
Yeah.
appreciate your service. And she snaps her fingers, and one of the maids just tosses him like a wad of cash.
I'm not really supposed to, but you're already gone.
Yeah, I'm already gone. I'm off.
But some time passes, and Felicia finally gets to the main building. You both passed by each other, by the way. I did that on purpose. And you get to the front desk. You see, again, portly man, slightly bald, with large glasses. And he says, "Hi, welcome to Arcana University. I am going to be your..." Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to school. I probably should have researched this before today, but I had tech problems. Actually, it's the Dean of Students. Like, I am the Dean of Students, and I am greeting the new freshmen today, as well as handing out some schedules. May I ask your name?
Felicia Edelgard. A pleasure.
Okay, he's flipping through some documents. He's like, Felicia Edelgard. Yes, we noticed that you chose some very interesting classes here, and not a lot of them, too. But we do believe in pursuing knowledge in any way that you see fit. So, and he hands you your course schedule, as well as some other useful documents and materials to help you navigate the school.
Thank you very much. And she she just kind of like stares at him with her like weirdly open eyes. Is there anything else? She
He kind of looks down and he notices that you have a battle deck, which is the equivalent of a dual disc for anybody that's wondering at home, on your wrist. And he says, "Do you play Battle Warriors?"
I do.
Let me see. And he goes, he's like, I did miss one piece of paper. It looks like you did enroll to join one of our teams. Well, you'll be able to meet your team captain over at the arena if you just go down the left and out the door. It's the large building in the center.
And she takes the paper and gives a little nod. Thank you very much. I suppose I'll see you around campus. And she just walks out.
Yeah. I will let you both decide next session what your courses are, except for Asuka already has like humanities as like a main course.
She's absolutely got like humanities, absolutely. She's probably got a business class. And if her father was nice, he might have snuck in a biology course.
We'll say he was pretty nice.
He is a pretty nice guy. We won't meet him for a while, but he's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, he understands what your interests are, but he also thinks you need these things.
Yes.
But yeah, Felicia, you can pretty much just like figure out courses. At least three courses. Although in your case, it sounds like you only signed up for 2.
Yeah, she's not super enthusiastic about being in a public school.
It's not a public school. Well, it's still a private university, but it's more accessible.
Yeah, but to her standards, it's basically public school.
Funny. Okay.
This is the Commoners College. I should not be here, but Daddy insisted that I learn something called Commoner Sense.
I tried to correct him and say it was common sense, but then he just... But then he facepalmed.
Okay. So you both are approaching the arena, and I'm going to say, you know what? Roll 2d6s. Let's see who notices who first. It's plus your skill.
Ooh, we get to roll dice. Heck yeah.
I believe that is 13. Oh my god.
Let's see, that's 11 plus 2, so that's 13 to notice you first.
You both notice each other at the same time.
I like to imagine that there's like that anime like diagonal cross screen as we like.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yes, and there's like almost immediately like sparks between our eyes, like as we both simultaneously think something along the lines of, "What is she doing here?"
Atsuko.
Eldegard.
She flinches a little bit.
Pardon, I got the name wrong. It's Edelgard. Sorry, Edelgard.
Her expression does not change.
As you both are staring daggers into each other, you see a taller young man walking through, but he stops before you and he says, "Huh, it looks like there's some history here, isn't there?" This man,
A fair bit of tournament history and otherwise.
if either of you look away to address the man, he's basically wearing a red sports jersey that has a picture of an ogre on
it. I feel like with Edelgard being interrupted, he gets a weird sense of dread when she looks at him.
Yeah, he's a little weirded out by your outfit demeanor and that you're holding on to a stuffed animal very tightly, like almost ripping it.
Atsuko is not looking at the bear. She is like eyes locked. Has not even bothered to like look at the guy with the jacket because she's way too focused on this person in front of her. She refuses to be the one who breaks eye contact first.
Yeah, the young man just says, "Okay, well, if you two are here to enroll in the Battle Warriors team or to join the Battle Warriors teams, I guess I will probably meet you two in the building." And he just walks past and goes inside.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at a different school?
I would be asking the same thing. I didn't think someone of your stature would be in a place like this.
Fathers thought that being among the commoners would teach me things I otherwise couldn't learn.
That's so strange. It's exactly the same that my father said.
There's a brief moment of like where she relaxes and the confrontational attitude is gone for just a brief moment as she almost like remembers something from the past. Before she like, blusters herself up again, but she continues just the stare down of like, I suppose I'll be seeing you on the field then.
And Edelgard, like, her shoulders stop tensing and you actually see like a little bit of emotion in her eyes as she like finally breaks eye contact.
Edelgard like puffs up a little bit as she won, as she, was the one who held on to the eye contact for the longest.
You're Edelgard too?
No, Atsuko puffs up a little bit after winning the staring contest,
Yes.
essentially.
Yeah.
Crazy amount of history. Does somebody want to give the anime what is it?
The expedition in our minds.
The expedition in your minds. I'm lost for words today. I'm a little frazzled from tech issues. It's like a daydream, but you remember stuff.
Edelgard, huh? I haven't seen her since the incident. And then I imagine like very brief anime flashback of them.
Flashback.
Like like playing in a room or something. Just younger version of them. She's still got her drill hair, and there's still that stuffed animal that's being held on to.
But not quite as tightly.
You wanted to show me something?
And Edelgard looks a little tense. She looks a little bit uncertain, but she nods. I did. Father doesn't know this yet, but I wanted to show you something that I can do. And she gets up, puts her cat plush that she made onto a chair, steps back a little bit, and tries to focus. And for a brief moment, the doll wiggles a bit and begins to move, but then Edelgard suddenly tenses as if struck, and like the little girl that you've more or less is more or less your only friend at this point, turns to you with this strange malicious smile you've never seen on her. It's all your fault.
What?
You're the reason she's dead. And she suddenly lurches forward, like hugging herself and just looks frazzled, panicked, doesn't know what she did. What that
Atsuko
wasn't.
is in a full 1,000-yard stare. This small child was just emotionally struck right at her core in a way that 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 has like almost like physically paralyzed her. And then the look on her face hardens. Was this a joke to you? To get me
No, I don't.
alone, to tell me that I and
I
she pulls off a beaded bracelet made with like cheap beads with all sorts of like little colors on it, throws it to the ground, and turns and just walks out of the room. I never want to see you again.
And then in Edelgar's perspective, when Atsuko leaves the room, she hears a voice from the doll. Just this malicious laugh. And she's just shaking. She doesn't know what happened, but she knows she must have said something awful. But not, it wasn't her. It was them. That thing. She grabs the doll and just starts beating it senseless until like the stuffing flies out of its head.
And
And
that's
then it cuts back to the present.
yep, it cuts back to the present as the two of you are making your way into the arena. There's quite a lot of students here that are entering with that are entering into it. But when you both go in, you see that this is a large open arena where with no ceiling, of course, so that you can battle under the stars for nighttime games. And it's massive. It is huge. Like the school definitely spent a lot of money to have this facility built. Um. So, and you are entering the main area, which is where the battle stages are, or like the large battle stages. And on top of there are 3 tables with signs that say the 3 team names that the school has. As for Battle Warriors, especially for colleges and universities, there is no limit to the number of teams that they could have. And this one has 3. At the top of the list, and this is something that you both know just from the school, because this school has actually won several world championships with their teams. You have the Mythic Dragons, which has a nice like blue and gold banner with
I
a
like
large
that. I like
Yep.
that color.
And there's a dragon insignia on the banner as well. Next, there are the Silver Foxes, which has a fox symbol on it. The banner is a nice silver and purple color. And then you have the Red Ogres. The Red Ogres, of course, it has an Ogres Club as the insignia. And it is just a plain red banner. No extra flair.
Well, I feel unfortunate for any poor sods who get stuck with that team.
Indeed, that flag's a little bit on the nose, isn't it?
There are no noses involved.
Narrator voice. It's good to see them talking again. But Edelgard, you notice at the Red Ogre table, standing behind it is that young man that was wearing that jersey. It appears he might be the captain. But before you can form that thought, an older man with an eye patch stands up and he says, "If I can have everybody's attention," he says, "Hello, I am the." He's like, "I am the head of the sports commission here, and it is with great honor that I introduce all of you here today that are looking to join our Battle Warriors teams. As some of you may know, our teams are one of the most prestigious in the entire country, possibly the world. And I wanted to try something a little different this year. Usually, we host some matches today to see where your caliber is and which team you would join. But I decided to do a little bit of a different game. And as he says that, two students roll out a gigantic bingo wheel. Which that you all can see is filled with different colored balls. The blue balls for the Mythic Dragons. I can't believe I said that.
You gotta work on your phrasing, man.
Yep. Purple ones for the foxes and red ones for the ogres. The gentleman with the eye patch says, "This year is going to be a little different. Each of you are going to come up here and are going to be placed in different teams based on a lottery."
Random chance. He can't be serious.
For those of you that are thinking that I can't be serious about random chance, I want to reiterate something. A good battle warrior doesn't just rely on their instincts or their skill. Luck is a factor.
She rolls her eyes. An appropriately constructed deck doesn't need luck. It makes its own. Next, you're going to tell me that I have to listen to some sort of a heartbeat in my cards or something.
Maybe Felicia knows. So.
Knows what?
I don't know. What do you know? Do you know what you should know?
About the heartbeat in the cards.
I hope it's not a literal heart. That's going to be very awful.
Felicia has... Do you know that meme with the Final Fantasy XIV character looking to the left and right awkwardly?
Yeah.
Well, no, that one's too literal.
But yeah, you are going to be drafted into a random lottery, mostly because you both already know which team you're joining anyways. I mentioned that.
Yes, but don't tell the audience that.
Yeah, audience, forget that. The characters
don't know.
Don't
know what's going on.
But, of course, your Atsuko servants strategically help make way for her to basically get at the front of the line to this lottery machine as it's starting to begin.
It's only appropriate.
Yeah, nobody seems to have noticed that this happened. Your servants are that good.
Excellent. In that case, I step forward to collect my ball.
Okay. The man with the eye patch, before you do so, he says, I would also like to personally introduce myself to every single student here. He's like, and he goes, I am Jack. Last name Wolf.
There's some part of my brain that just insists that he's going to be very important later. So I'm going to go ahead and make a note of him in my notes here. Is the eye patch on his left eye or his right eye?
Left eye.
Left eye. Eye
Note,
patch
the
on left
gym
eye.
pirate
Got it.
is named Jack, not related to Black.
Do not confuse me. He is the card game commissioner.
He
Jack
is.
Wolf, eye patch on his left
No,
eye.
she's just writing down.
He's the
a
head of the
little
sports
dog.
committee.
Okay,
Basically,
so she is doing
he
it
handles-
literally in the game.
Yeah, basically this guy handles all of the sports and the games that the school runs on an official level. He essentially
Cool.
acts as the coach. So, and yes, he is very muscular because obviously he plays every single sport, including the card game
Plays
Battle Warriors.
Every single sport in capitalized letters.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I shall introduce myself as well. I am Atsuko Hiro, and I look forward to joining the team.
Oh, and which team did you want to potentially join? I want to know to see if luck is on your side.
Obviously, the Dragons. They're the most prestigious of these teams, and I have no doubt that that is the color I shall pull out.
We shall see. And he goes, and with a very strong turn, he spins the bingo like I guess wheel, whatever you want to call that, the bingo cage, and he.
Oh, I
And
thought it
he-
was like a pachinko machine thing with the balls.
Nope, it's a large bingo cage.
Okay.
You see it as it rapidly spins and it clanks around. All the balls in there are just like clanking around, and then he brings it to a sudden stop. And
And then one rolls out.
one rolls out. It is red.
She reaches out and picks up the ball and looks at it, and once again, at just like a very tiny level, the smile on her face twitches just a little bit. Ah, perhaps my father's lesson will be one in humility.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a red ogre. They've been considered underdogs and have won a couple regionals.
Underdogs is selling the point, and they haven't won they've barely won regionals in the last 3 years.
Well, with the type of attitude that you have, maybe you'll be able to whip them into shape.
Yes, and if nothing else, maybe come up with something better than that dreadful banner. She
He
takes her ball and sort of like wanders back into the crowd.
Yep.
Unless he's got something more to say.
Nope. He has nothing more to say.
Cool.
As students are lining up and they're getting their assignments, you see some that are very happy and some that are very disappointed. All around, but we finally get we get to Felicia, who is like somewhere in the middle. Approach the bingo cage, and he says, "Hello, I am Jack Wolf, the head of the sports commission here."
Indeed.
Okay then. Now, if I could ask you, which team do you think you're going to be a part of today?
As long as the color red is not involved in any way, I will be satisfied. And knowing that there is at least a 66% chance that it won't, and he just starts spinning.
Yeah, he starts spinning it really fast.
It stops and it's immediately the red ball.
Hold on. Let me do this. He's spinning it really fast. He is holding eye contact with you. Okay? He stops it. And you notice you do notice in the cage, because it is transparent, that a blue ball starts to move towards the opening. But it's almost like a
And I try
hand.
to will it in order to do it.
Atsuko is in the crowd with her fingers crossed, going, "Please not red, please not red, please not red."
Hold on. Is that something that your character can do? To try to will
Yes,
this
I
to
have
happen?
telekinesis.
Okay. All right. Let me just take a look at your sheet just to make sure that you don't need to do a roll, because usually these things say that you just kind of do that thing. Let's
I
see,
mean, not always, but
telekinesis.
sometimes they require a roll.
I believe if it's a skill check, like specifically trying to get a ball into the thing, it is going to be a roll.
Okay. When you use these powers to face up a challenge, roll and add +1 for each relevant baggage that you have. I'm gonna tell you something. This is going to involve your serious baggage, so you don't get a bonus on this. You have a -1 on the roll, so go right ahead.
This is true. It does involve our serious baggage.
Please not red. Please not red. 6.
So on a 6 or less,
Or does that do skill?
it doesn't use
Skill do anything with that? Okay.
Technically, because it does use relevant baggage, it does cancel itself out, so it comes out to 7. You select one option. Because you do get a complication trying to do this. So you have to choose, you cause substantial collateral damage to the area around you, you're overtaken by a force with its own will, or something or someone you care about is hurt, lost, or destroyed.
I'm sorry. This is just absolutely brutal. You're trying to change fate here. Of course, you failed poorly. Please continue. I'm enjoying this.
But I will also give you an offer to cancel that roll and have the funny thing that is going to happen that only your character would notice.
Yeah, I'm gonna cancel it because I think the overtaking thing would specifically and deliberately give me the option I don't want anyway.
Yep. So, as you notice a blue ball moving towards the opening, you see what looks like a little white palm push a red ball into it, knocking it out of the way and into the opening itself.
Fiddlesticks.
See her tense and claw at the cat in her arms, and her eyes just go to it. Was that you?
There.
Tochi, what are these balls made of? Are they like plastic? Are they like rubber? Are they like foam? What are they made of?
They're made of metal.
Oh, cool. So, out in the crowd, there is a strange noise, and some of the students leap away as, without breaking her smile, Atsuko's fingers slightly indent the ball.
I'll allow it.
This is just for gag. She's not super strong, but just for the gag.
Yeah, just for the anime gag.
Oh, how wonderful.
Jack looks up to you, Felicia, as a red ball comes out, and just says, "Ooh, I guess Lady Luck doesn't really like you today."
And then she takes the ball, but she looks him dead in the eye and she's like, I never said which one I didn't want. I'll remember this. And then she turns. But he can't help but feel like he's in danger as she does.
Yeah, he's nonchalant about it. He's not afraid of you. Anyways, once all of these students have been sorted out into the different teams, Jack makes one final announcement, and he says, "Now I do have to take my leave as I have a basketball training that I need to attend. So I'm going to leave the rest to your captains. to everybody here, please form an orderly line and get to meet your captain and get your jerseys. And good luck in the future. And Jack leaves the arena.
Well, it's time to get in line, and by in line, I mean mysteriously somehow end up at the front of the line.
Always.
Because, yes, absolutely. Of course I am.
But by the way, I imagine this is like your servants, like, you notice where every single one of them are, but for some reason nobody else seems to perceive them that well. It's almost like they're just kind of guiding everything away.
I had this fucking image in my head of them just be, you know, those like green screen suits of like the people just like in the full body.
This is
Just had
This
that
is-
horrific image in my head.
I like to think of it more as like, you know how when you have really good customer service at like a restaurant and like, so like your drink gets refilled and you didn't even notice the server was
Yeah.
there. Imagine
Mhm.
that, but like on a larger scale, just constantly around her. Like she
Yeah.
always has her staff with her, but not
Uh,
everyone is able to recognize they are even there.
and that they're doing things to make Atsuko's life easier. Except for you, Felicia, because you are also in the upper crust, so you do see this happening.
Mhm.
So,
Well, anyway, I assume my natural position at the front of the line. I'm
Yep.
sorry, I love playing this character so much.
Mhm.
Yep.
She's so bad, but
You're up.
also like she's not. But we'll get into that.
Uh,
Up at the front of the line with her dented red ball.
he says, "Oh, you were the woman that was staring at that other woman. Hi, I'm Steven. I'm the team captain of the Ogres."
He is so he's like holding out his hand.
Yep. To shake your hand.
She sort of like looks at it a little bit and then uncomfortably reaches out with one hand to shake. And she has a surprisingly firm handshake. Like this is the business handshake, and it's perfect in that way at least.
He says, "Ah, a business handshake. My father taught me that the best way to introduce is to make sure you have a firm handshake. Well, and he squeezes back, firmly, but not enough to crush your hand. Business-like."
You are our team captain, I presume, yes?
Yes, I am. I am also going to act as a bit of an advisor for you as well. I like to take on that role. If you're new to our school, I can show you around. I've already been here for 2 years.
Leadership is an important role. I hope you live up to it. She places the ball on the table, grabs her jersey, and walks off.
Okay. I'll see you later then. And he greets more and more students, gives them their jerseys, explains to them, the team schedule that Atsuko missed out on, but servers will probably fill her in later.
She knows.
One of the servants.
She has access to all of this information.
Yeah.
If the servants aren't taking notes for her, then then she's already had the research done.
But then Felicia comes up and he says,
I
you're...
imagine it's like he's like looking down and he looks up and she's just right there. Just he didn't even notice her walking up.
Hey, what's that? Oh, you're that other woman. I think your friend was first up here. She's interesting. Hi, I'm Steven, team captain of the Ogres. And he reaches out for a handshake.
He hesitates for a moment, but then does reach out with the paw of the cat and shakes the hand. And
That's adorable.
and she says, "Felicia, a pleasure."
Well, it's nice to meet you, Felicia. I do apologize for Jack's demeanor. He's he's a very talented man, but sometimes it's very hard to tell what his motivations are. I hope you weren't disappointed in joining us.
No, it wasn't, it's not about you. I'm just hoping to prolong the inevitable, I suppose. Anyway, she, reluctantly grabs one of the jerseys, looks at it, just tucks it under her arm, she's like, where is the schedule?
Oh, it's right here. We have practice every Tuesday and Thursday. Saturdays we have joint practice with the other teams. Usually just some casual matches just to make sure that we're up on our game. Except this Saturday is going to be the freshman exhibition matches. So we just want to see like where you're at and how you're doing in terms of card games and see where to help you improve. Later tonight, though, I do want to get the team together to kind of introduce them to a lot of the facilities around the school as well as outside the school. If you're down, it's completely optional.
She hesitates, thinks, and then he notices that she's actually like awkwardly shuffling in place despite her somewhat creepy demeanor.
He goes, on the back of the schedule is a map of. But before you can say anything, he says, on the back of the schedule is a map of the school if you wanted to explore it yourself. Completely understood.
Yeah. Thank you. And she takes it and then, like, very awkwardly shuffles away. He gets the impression that she's not actually that bad, she's just shy.
Okay. So, now that the team assignments have been completed, I do want to take a short break here. I want to do like a short 10-minute break so we can get some water. It's gonna be a relatively quick one today.
Fine by me. I did want to just ask real quick before we go to break. What was the name of the team captain? I
Steven.
wanted to double check. Steven, okay.
I don't have a last name yet, but just Steven for now.
Well, it's not Universe, so we're probably fine.
You could call him Steve if you really wanted to.
Steven.
Just saying it like Paradox.
Steven.
So, okay. But what do you two think so far? Today was just gonna be a very casual introductory day.
I'm having fun with it. Like I get to be the mean rich girl. Like this is fun. I love the Prodigy playbook. This is great.
Yeah. For everybody at home, Perfect Draw, like I said, it's an anime card game TTRPG, where you get to just be over the top like this, with your character. You get different playbooks, and each playbook gives you a different way that your character interacts with the world as well as with the card game itself. And you have a lot of leeway on how this goes. So
This is a card game anime. We're both really bad at friendship. I love it.
No power of friendship here, unfortunately. Or
We both have a -1.
Penalty, 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 penalty.
But yeah, I am going to go get a refill on water. You two are free to talk to chat or amongst yourselves or get what you need. I will be right back.
Yeah, I like vibing.
We vibe.
Yeah. I'll admit, I'm not entirely sure what to talk about. What do you people
Yeah.
usually talk about during intermission?
Boys.
We could say a bunch of- I mean, yeah, we could talk about boys if we wanted to. I mean, we could also say a bunch of nice things about Sajochi behind his back while he's not here. And there's nothing he
Sajochi
can do about it.
has a very nice chin.
Indeed, indeed. He's a great dungeon master. I really appreciate having him and getting to be a player in his games.
Yes. And yeah, it's
I mean, I guess we are talking about boys if we're talking about Sajochi.
yeah, exclusively.
Yeah. Oh, boy, singular. Well, I guess he's a man, right? He's an adult, so
Maya.
I
I don't
returned
know.
with Drank.
Cool. We were talking
Water.
about boys.
You said that in the least convincing way possible, and I appreciate it.
It's okay. I'm sure he won't watch the replay. Anyway,
I actually forgot to hit the record button, but that's okay. I'll just transfer this over from Twitch. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
Because I do need to make a thumbnail. Or Next has to make a thumbnail. Next, I'm commissioning you for a thumbnail.
Awesome.
There's a lot to do here. How do we feel? Do you guys need a couple extra minutes, or do you think we could just like get back in it?
I'm feeling pretty good. How about you, Glovely?
I've already started.
Okay. So we'll go ahead. We'll get back into it. So I'm gonna say just some time passed. You both were also introduced to like where you're sleeping because you live on campus right now. You're in your dorms. Just so we don't increase the conflict, you both have your own dorm rooms. You are neighbors, like across the hall.
Okay, neighbors is fine. So every time we walk out the door, we like run into each other and get to another glaring match.
Yeah. Like literally like doors across from each other.
Of all the dormitories in the school, it had to be this one.
Very vogue.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Do you know what it means?
No, but I don't think that's the right concept. Whatever. We're moving on.
I caught him on his bluff. I caught him on his bluff.
Vogue is it's popular basically, usually in relation to fashion. So yeah, that's an incorrect usage of the word vogue. Please continue.
All right. So we are approaching the evening, and of course, Atsuko, your servants did inform you about Steven's tour of the school, as well as like nearby facilities that will help make your campus life a lot easier, especially when you're playing the great card game Battle Warriors.
Everyone loves Battle Warriors.
Yep.
Our entire economy is based on Battle Warriors. It would be very bad if our card game turned out to be something malicious.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be very bad if that occurred.
Yes, it'd be so awful if it turned out there was something terribly wrong with these cards.
But it is approaching, and I'm going to say that you two are running a little late from your latest staring contest.
We wouldn't be running late if you would just submit quicker.
No response next?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
All right.
I was looking at something else. Well, if there's one thing I'm very good at doing, it's not blinking, sister.
Yes, I'm surprised that your eyes haven't been sewn open so you can peer in at all the little things that bother me.
They bother me a lot too.
I'm just gonna say you both are now walking and staring at each other as you're going as you're heading outside of the dorms. As you attempt to make your way to the arena, but Atsuko, something kind of catches something in your peripheral catches your attention. Something very small, snow white, fuzzy, and with a bit of red on it. Atsuko?
Wait
Hello?
a moment. Is that... She pauses in spite of everything. This is the one time this whole conflict that she's actually chosen to take her eyes off of Eldegard first.
This time she puffs her chest. Huh, and then she looks to the same direction. Is like, oh.
Well, actually, as Atsuko looks in the direction, you just catch a glimpse of like a white puffball before it goes into like some bushes.
What in
Felicia,
the
you see
world?
nothing.
I could have sworn I saw... But that's not possible. That rabbit would be far away from here by now.
What?
Not anything important. She turns and continues walking.
And Felicia starts to actually like walk a little faster. Atsuko, and then
You what?
were you gonna interrupt with something, Sudochi?
Nope.
Or no? Okay. Atsuko, I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, like you wanted to talk to me all the way back then. Any other disparaging things to say about me?
She has this look of like guilt and self-doubt, and she goes quiet. No.
There is a brief moment of a softening around Atsuko's expression. What is it?
I share her grip tightens on the cat.
And
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do the before the sorry comes out. The anime thing comes by. A very large student accidentally collides into Felicia. It says, "Sorry, I'm running late for the captain meeting."
A very large student?
Yep.
Oh, is that Steven?
No. Steven's
No.
tall.
Different guy. Okay,
Different guy.
very big guy.
Different big guy. He does have a red ogre jersey on.
She is staring daggers at this man. She takes a big breath in, sighs, and says, "Not today, I suppose." And
Very
flustered
well.
and just not feeling great about it, all of a sudden she begins to walk fast.
Cool.
Like towards the meeting.
Unfortunately, she must head in the same direction, so Atsuko does follow. Or rather, Atsuko walks in the same direction. She does not follow. She leads.
Alexa does not follow others. She simply leads in the same direction.
Precisely. Boy, my voice cracked. That was awkward.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
We're good. We're good. It's not like it's recorded or anything. So, please continue.
All right. So, you're both at the Battle Warriors arena again, following the instructions that were given on the team schedule, to meet in the team's practice room, or basically their like locker room. That's where Steven is. And there are several students here. Way less than what appeared earlier, than were at the like opening ceremony or the team drafting earlier. It's you two, the large guy that bumped into Felicia, a another girl, you know, slightly smaller than the both of you, but very sporty looking. And then a very nerdy guy, you know, just you could tell he could crunch numbers in his mind. I will give
He
all
sort
these.
of like Atsuko sort of like mentally rolls her eyes and is like, "Wonderful, a team full of rejects." Internally, she's not saying that out loud.
Yeah. Steven says, well, this is definitely more than last year. So, I do
I
apologize.
imagine the lottery might have had something to do with it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you all the truth. This team are not really seen as the best one here. We're kind of where, well, people like us are sort of thrown here. But I do try to make the best of it. And I want to make your school life the best it can possibly be as well. So,
Let me make 2 corrections there. Steven, was it?
yes. Atsuko, right?
This is the place where people like you get sent. I simply had a misfortunate draw, and I will be fixing that poor reputation.
Well, if you
Felicia's
must...
just kind of quiet and off to the side.
Yeah, well, Steven says, well, if you want to try to fix the reputation of the last team captain possibly being responsible for a double murder.
I'm sorry. What?
I believe in open honesty and to know exactly what you are getting into. The last captain is currently in prison on charges for a double homicide. He killed a teacher and a student. And
How in the world?
With a knife, I presume.
I don't know. He always seemed like a happy guy, and I was devastated by the news. But that was, that was when I first started at this school. So everything kind of fell apart from there, and I've just kind of been by myself. As the only Red Ogre until now.
Well, the best part about having an account in the red is being able to watch the numbers turn green. And I happen to be an expert in green. She snaps her fingers to have one of her servants like pick up her jersey for her because she refuses to wear that. She does not have any pride or interest in that jersey. She is going to win because that is what she is here for and good at.
I didn't even notice. Huh, that's interesting.
Yes, most commoners don't.
Well,
I want to.
as long as you're representing the Red Ogres, I'm all right with your choice of not wearing a jersey. But as he did break that news, the larger guy that bumped into Felicia, he says, "Oh, I didn't know that. I have something else that I need to do," and he leaves the locker room. And Steven just goes, yeah, that's what I figured. So he goes, look, I'm not going to keep you all here. If the history of my team troubles you in any way, I'm not going to hold it against you if you walk out that door.
I'm extremely tempted to have Atsuko immediately turn heel and walk out the door, but no, like she meant it when she said that she is going to be the one that makes this team successful again. She said her words and she does not go back on her word.
Yep. Nobody else seems to leave though. Felicia, how about you?
As you all were conversing and everything, you turn to where Felicia was standing in the corner. She's in the jersey and like sweatpants, and Atsuko is in utter shock.
Are you wearing sweatpants?
Yes. Is there an issue with that?
No, it's just it
Yep.
suits you.
That is a good idea. We will be walking quite a bit today. Or tonight.
Yeah, it's like she's in like sneakers and everything. It's like,
Atsuko is not getting out of her outfit. This is her most comfortable outfit. This is her business suit. She is not changing it for anything.
And Steven just goes, well, since everybody is here, I'll show you around. And he takes the lead, takes you out of the locker room, and says, first, of course, we have the arena. You've all been here before, but this arena isn't just a place to just have card battles and hang out in a locker room and talk about strategies. There's also some concession stands here. They got some really, really good nachos. I do recommend them.
Good nachos. Sorry, that's for me, not for my character.
They
Nachos sound delicious right now, actually.
do sound delicious. I might see if I can get some after this.
yeah. Felicia is very not amused looking at the concession stands.
But
she has a line that she will not cross.
But besides the concession stand is the Battle Warriors kiosk that is actually ran by the local card shop that's off campus. It's a kind of like father and son venture. The father comes by on big game days, and you can usually find some decent cards there. He gives a discount to all students on campus. So. So after he tells you about the smaller facilities, which there's like the typical stuff in an arena, there's the usual things. He does mention that for a lot of the more prestigious matches that usually the Mythic Dragons do, they sell tickets to those matches, and there are the private boxes, the private like viewer suites as well. So. Atsuko, that might be where your dad may be for one of your matches.
Possibly,
in the future.
if he has the time for it.
If he has the
He's a
time
busy
for it.
man.
Very busy man. That was outside of Steven. He then takes you to the main campus, and he says, you all know about the administration building, anything you need to change your classes, update your extracurriculars, or even just see a student advisor or a student counselor. That's the building that you would go to. The student counselors here, I see them frequently, and they do help a lot. So, he then goes through like, next up we have the sink. We call it the sink. It's just the campus like food area, depending on your meal plan, you could get some pretty good stuff there. I prefer their bean burgers. They're really, really good.
Beans.
Yeah, it's like a burger patty, but instead of meat, it's made out of like several different beans and mashed together. It's really, really delicious.
I imagine it has a different consistency than tofu.
Slightly different, although I'm not a big fan of tofu, but I will eat it.
I see.
So yeah, so you got the sink. That's your cafeteria. That's your food place. And he then he's like, over there is the business wing of the college, of the university. Pretty much anybody that knows how numbers work or things like that, they're over there. Next to that building, we actually have our learning hospital. So we've actually I believe that's a newer program that started about 6 years ago. Around then, I wasn't gonna make that joke. Almost did.
We're all still thinking it now, though. Thank you.
But as he's kind of like talking about this, he seems to be into that. Atsuko, again, it's in your peripheral. Something small, white, with some red on
it. She spots it and it just like vanishes from her vision.
You get a slightly clearer look. It looks like a rabbit wearing a coat of some kind as it goes around a building.
But despite that rabbit looks awfully familiar, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look familiar.
Yes, I think it does. She, as the conversation is happening, she slips off to the side. She may not be anywhere near as skilled as her staff is, but she has learned a little bit about how to step away when she needs to. So she's essentially going to try and sneak away from the crowd while they're all focused on Steven, who is no doubt talking about the glorious values of bean burgers.
Felicia, you notice Atsuko flip away, because I'm assuming you were just glancing at her every so often on this tour.
Mm-hmm. Yes, let's see. Just trying to think what she would do. She hesitates a moment, looks about, and just sort of gives a quick, I need to use the restroom, and then just walks away.
Yep. As you say that, Steven says, "Oh, we'll be over at the main entrance where I'll explain outside facilities when you get back."
And then she's just following Atsuko.
Atsuko.
I am power walking after this rabbit. I'm not letting it out of my sight. I know what I saw this time. I don't know who put the code on it, but I know that rabbit. I would know that rabbit anywhere. I got, unfortunately, very familiar with that rabbit, and I'm realizing how that sounds. She knows the rabbit. She knows the rabbit. She definitely recognizes that specific rabbit, and she is following it a power walk in her heels.
See if I can find a good background track for this. Let's see, cinematic. Path to Follow.
Wait, we have an MP3 up there?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh, that's just God. Don't worry about it.
That's clever.
So
I didn't know we could do that.
So Atsuko, you're following this rabbit. You have your eyes locked on it. It is definitely a rabbit. It is all white except for that very strange, like, red suit coat on it. Almost like something out of a fairy tale. And it's like hopping around. It stops every so often. It sniffs the air and then changes direction. But it makes its way over to a door, and you see it jump at the door and phase through it.
What? She blinks a moment and then slowly kind of walks over to the area. Ticker? Ticker, is that you? And she's sort of like, that's where I assume Felicia finds her, like on the ground in a very rare moment of like compromise, where she is like on her knees around this door, seemingly looking for where this rabbit disappeared into.
Felicia, referencing the map, you are at the door at the back of the administration building.
Just to reiterate, is this like a tiny door?
It is a human-sized door. It looks
Okay.
like an emergency exit.
Why is she on her knees?
She looks
And I
she's
was-
looking for something, and she's talking about she's calling for something named Ticker.
and you just feel a small tap on your shoulder.
Oh,
Atsuko.
she stands up and sort of like brushes her skirt off and resumes her like business like composure. Yes, what do you need?
I was going to ask you the same thing. What are you trying to find?
I'm going to sound insane if I tell you this. There was a rabbit in a red waistcoat, and it vanished through the door. Not opening the door and closing the door behind it. It phased through the door like some sort of ghost or something. I hope I'm not being haunted by the spirit of that rabbit. I worked so hard.
Felicia tenses a moment. A rabbit with a coat.
Yes, a rabbit with a red waistcoat. Why? Does that mean something specific to you, aside from the Lewis Carroll novel?
I'm glad you got the reference.
Yeah. She pauses about it, and then walks past and tries to touch the door.
Feels like a door. There is a handle, like, although it can be used as an emergency exit, it does act as another entrance to the building.
Yeah, she'll try the handle now.
It turns, and as you turn it,
Wait, you can't go in there. Continue.
But yeah, as you turn it, Felicia, you look around, about to say something like, "It is just the door," and then the door swings open violently, and a vortex starts to draw both of you in.
What in the world? She's going to.
Let's go. And Felicia tries to, like, act as like a, like, tries to like save her from the fall.
We are entering into a dangerous situation, I think. So would I need to roll to try and like grab onto her and like grab a hold of the doorway or something?
Let me see. Let's see. That's if you're purposely entering a dangerous situation.
Okay.
Or when you do something reckless or forced. Oh, you are forced into a dangerous situation.
I am forced into it.
Yes, you can. You roll plus your passion.
Roll plus passion. All right. So
May I also
plus-
roll for this? Or is
Yes,
it
you
just
can.
her?
Yeah, we're I'm just gonna click the roll button because that seems to be my luck today. What do we got? 3, 9
10.
plus 2, 11.
Okay. So You succeed without creating any issues for protecting yourself and attaining your goal in the process. For Atsuko, what did you get, Felicia?
I had an 11 total.
You got 8. What was your passion, for Felicia?
2. So it's
All right,
10.
you both managed to succeed at this.
At the
I
very least, I imagine we grab onto each other.
Yeah. And let me get an appropriate music for this. This? Oh, that's actually cool.
Oh
But
no.
probably not. Ah,
Is this the anime opening I thought we needed earlier?
there's one called Into the Worm.
Oh no.
The hole.
Yeah. You both do grab onto each other as you are pulled into this door, and you both see it slam shut. This does not look like the inside of the administration building. In fact, you're kind of like falling through what feels like infinite space.
Cool. I pull her close and like just instinctively like wrap my arms around her head.
Atsuko?
Hold on, I don't know where we're falling.
You're falling, and you're tumbling, and then the area around you starts getting brighter and brighter and brighter until it's just a blinding flash of light.
Brace yourself. I think we're going to impact.
And you're both in the middle of what looks to be a forest, a wooded forest, but something is off. It feels, Felicia, at least to you, it feels twisted.
It feels twisted, and yet she feels a sense of familiarity.
Where are we? What in the world was that? Who installed a vortex in the back of an administration building? I
I'm
don't think
afraid,
having words.
Atsuko, we're not in Kansas anymore.
We were never in Kansas to begin with. We were in Gamba City. Or at least we were. And she looks around.
I see you're not a
Um,
fan of certain movies, but that's okay.
Of course
and,
not. That particular movie made fun of capitalism. Can I investigate my surroundings?
Go for it.
Cool. It's gonna be 2d6 plus skill, so 2d6 plus 2. That's 6 plus that's 8. So I get to ask one question.
Yep,
And you have to answer truthfully.
I do.
Um, why is this happening?
This is happening because it could be
Like,
either bad luck or it could be destiny.
so
Hmm.
the answer is it's inconclusive. Nobody will ever know.
Well, you're about to find out as um a quickly moving white and red object bounds towards you and hides behind you and says, "Look out!"
Felicia instinctively brings out her dual disc.
Mine is also like immediately whipped into place. Like it's almost like we do this in sync with each other.
Yep, something inside you tells you that you will need to do this as a flying sword comes up, stops before you, and doesn't say anything. It just kind of like wobbles in the air. So, who is going to fight?
Atsuko, get behind me.
Get behind. She pauses for just a moment to look down at the rabbit who is cowering behind her. and she recognizes it. I imagine it looks a bit different here, though.
Yeah, there's it's familiar. Not familiar in the sense of the rabbit you're thinking of. You recognize this as the card, fantastic friend, the custodian rabbit, from a very old archetype.
An archetype that she's experimented with, but never actually attempted to play herself.
Yep,
But she's quite familiar with the card.
exactly.
But I will allow you to handle this, she says, stepping back as her dual disc sort of like automatically clicks back into place on her arm.
I made that a little too soon, but
You're fine. I'm just getting the NPC playbook ready. So
Yeah, playbook.
We are going to use this zone in the middle as our play area. Okay.
It's time to play a card game.
No copyright infringements here.
Of course. Only copy wrongs.
Oh, that is. There we go. All right. That's this. So as a bit of a primer for everybody that is listening or watching at home, how card battles are done is very, very different from how you would play a normal card game. You will see that in a moment, but the sword that you see, Felicia, almost like I'm just going to say a little bit like a heads-up display, shows you that its name is the secret sword Excalibur. And it is going to start by first playing itself on the field.
Oh dear.
This is a filler match, so you have 2 life. Okay. When it plays itself, a mystical energy occurs, and it creates a knight next to it.
Or when we came back from Costco.
And that will be its turn.
Very well. Draw.
As you draw your card, you see the secret sword Excalibur transform into a into a more proud kingly knight that you would probably recognize as King Arthur.
Well, I'm about to usurp the throne. I activate Stitch Seer. Cheer. Say good night. And I'm using on the secret sword Excalibur.
Sensing that its life is about to come to an end, it lashes out against you. And and says deep in your thoughts that you are you are not able to be forgiven. It negates
And that sounds
the
familiar.
effects of the staple.
Okay. Hmm. In that case, and you see her tense before she like grabs one of the cards in her hands with a tremble before playing it. And a beast and her cat doll actually does tremble and shake and just violently like lash out of her arms, and she releases it. And it grows and becomes grotesque, with these scissors seeming coming from nowhere and tearing it apart, only for it to be put together by some malicious force.
The
Well, the
cat,
Snitch Stitch Cheshire Cormorant.
the cat turns around and looks at you and says, "Hello, Felicia."
And you feel her, like, she tenses and points down. You're only here for defense.
I don't.
I'll
think
end my
so.
turn for now.
Hold on. I want to play. And it looks over at your cat looks over at Atsuko.
She immediately like sweat starts just pouring down. Her eyes are wide. She remembers this cat, but she does not remember it looking like that. And she remembers that day where their friendship ended.
As you're having this flashback and it looks like the cat's about to attack, the rabbit jumps up and says, "You're not much of a spirit warrior, are you?" To Felicia.
Quiet! All of you! And she suddenly is glowing with energy, and she reaches out and her hand grips harshly, and suddenly Cheshire is screaming in pain as she yanks back with strings as if like a leash.
You can't hold me back for long. But okay.
I'm not planning on holding you back. I'm planning on having you attack what I want you to.
Very well. We'll play it your way.
For now, be patient. She ends her turn
As the
by
rabbit
gesturing to the sword.
the rabbit says again, to you, "Your spirit energy, it's fluctuating too much. Get control of
Spirit-
yourself."
Spirit energy.
I
What in the world are
can
you
handle
talking
it.
about?
Oh no. The rabbit just goes, "Oh no."
Oh no!
Why are you so concerned? She's got this. She's a capable duelist, in spite of her other faults.
It is now the opponent's turn. On their turn, they are going to play Secret Sword, Durandal.
I am getting more and more concerned as this game goes on. Please continue.
Durandal, right now, is an item. So it is incapable of attacking at the moment. But using the power, but the sword commands the knight to pick up Durandal, and it becomes a strong piercer. and it goes and attacks your Cheshire Cormorant. So you have a card move that you can use here.
They are both strongs.
I have a card move I can use here.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get into the card game play.
Okay. So we are going to decide the outcome of a clash, which you have to roll plus your tension to see if you win this clash.
Oh, okay. I was like, it was their specific skill I'm supposed to use. Like,
So your Snitch Stitch Cormorant gives you automatically +1 tension. So you roll 2d6 plus 1.
that's a 13.
That is a perfect
Very
roll.
nice.
So you basically win the clash, and the knight is destroyed. But
As like they win the clash, the Cheshire just grabs them instead of just like doing the power struggle, and devours them in a very unsettling way, using their large, like the teeth-lined maw of their belly.
Atsuko just shivers. Never did like the cards art.
more. But that is going to be Excalibur's turn. It now comes back to you.
Now, if I don't play one of my staples, I'm allowed to play 2 items in my hand, right? Or like 2 cards.
You're allowed to
As long as it's
play.
not invocation.
You can play a normal card, and then you can play an invocation. That's basically yeah. You could also do 2 invocations, if you're able.
Okay. Well, I'm going to activate my Weaver Strings. And she targets the Secret Sword Excalibur by pointing at it, and then there's like a string that attaches from her finger to the sword, and she flicks back and it kind of just like twirls in the air, and now it's on her side, pointing at the Durandal, which I think is still a warrior, isn't it?
It's a warrior. So how these swords work is they turn into warriors on your turn.
Okay.
But on your turn,
And-
because now that Excalibur's over here, it is just another item card.
Mm.
So, due to invalid target...
Well, actually, no, because I replaced their effects, so it overrides everything that they do. They are just a weak warrior blocker.
Ah, good job.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what they were. They're mine now.
This control deck is scary as heck.
It's only going to get more scary from here. And then she takes a deep breath and points to that sword. Cheshire, feast.
Okay.
And before it attacks, it turns to the Excalibur and just does that thing where it swallows the sword whole, but only with its belly maw, and then it trembles violently before leaping at the opponent like a feral monster.
All right. 2d6 plus your tension.
Yes. 2d6 plus tension. 11.
All right. The Secret Sword Durandal, which looks like another Knight of the Round, is gone. The field is empty, but you do notice that after Excalibur was eaten, it does appear at the back as just King Arthur,
Mhm.
as a normal fighter, and it says, "Foul beast," like he says, "Foul beast, you will be slain this day." Do you have a line that your cat would say? Although he's pointing his sword at you, specifically Felicia.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, is he talking to me or the cat? Like,
Talking to
You need to
you.
give me what? Okay, talking to me.
Calling you a
And
foul
it's
beast.
just like the only thing foul here is that armor, that tacky armor of yours.
That is true. It's it's hundreds of years out of fashion.
And he says, and he goes, "Come forth, Zulfikar!"
Well, actually, I don't think it's the end of my turn,
Oh, it's not?
but yeah, because I can still play a staple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gain a life.
just
All right,
gain
now
one
it's my turn.
life.
Oh, wait, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I can't even do this one because he gets, he does take one life from being destroyed,
hmm
and now he's back on the field again. This time using a simple card move to immediately skip an effect to become a warrior. Let me see. Sniper does. Ooh, that is spicy.
Oh dear.
And he's going to clash into your Cheshire, but you notice your Cheshire is starting to fade a little bit.
Alicia, like, her jaw clenches and she tries to will it to stay solid.
The rabbit comes up to you and hops on your shoulder before this clash happens. And he says, "It's within you. Pull it out. Draw deep within yourself."
Just don't make us roll with friendship, man.
No, we're not rolling friendship. Felicia. This is
Great.
Oh no!
No, we're not doing that yet because we're doing a moment. We're doing a moment.
Okay, we're doing a moment. Please continue.
The rabbit is on your shoulder and is talking to you, right? It told you need to draw deep within yourself. You need to bring it to the surface.
I'm trying, but all I can see is him.
And what is wrong with him?
This thing, it's the whole reason that my life took the turn it did. That I lost the one good thing that I had.
Yes.
Atsuka's eyes widen as she starts to understand what that one good thing was.
And are you just going to let it control you? Are you going to let it dictate your life?
No!
Then bring forth the power and take control of your beast.
And her eyes actually begin to glow, and there's a little bit of light that shines in them as she clenches her fists and just like before they just shoot out and like more strings appear from her actual doll-like hands now.
You've transformed.
And they attach to the Cheshire, and any semblance of control he had, he just more or less stills like a statue before like solidifying, becoming more like tamed. Like before he was just feral, now he's just more like a golem.
Yes. Yes! Spirit energy has finally calmed down. Do you know what you need to do?
I need to hope I don't get a double one on this next roll.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to leave it to you. And the rabbit jumps off your shoulder.
You, Mr. Rabbit, have a lot of explaining to do once we are not potentially being murdered.
All right. Clash is happening. Roll those 2d6. A double 6.
There we go. My God, it was the transformation that did it.
Yep. I was going to give a boost for the transform. But
Not needed.
not needed.
at
Not
all.
needed. Absolute skill. King Arthur
Yes,
goes
absolute
in.
skill. Me absolutely just like wiping, like dabbing a piece of sweat from my fucking forehead, rubbing the double one I rolled that Snitchy had to retcon.
Yep. Excalibur. King Arthur goes in with Excalibur to finally slay the beast, but your Cheshire Cormorant weaves, and then with one claw stabs right through.
Mhm.
As the secret sword turns into a ball of light and then vanishes, leaving behind a rusty knife on the ground. Go ahead and turn
I
off.
don't know why, but that's significantly more ominous.
All right, I think I paused it. There we go.
She takes a deep breath in and then out.
Yep. Felicia,
And then
your...
finally notices her hands. Oh my god, what happened to my hands?
That's your spirit barrier. And it's basically like an alternate form that only certain humans can do. I'm actually surprised spirit warriors came in here.
You keep saying that. What does that even mean?
Oh, your friend here, a spirit warrior. You as well, as he kind of like sniffs and he says, although your spirit energy is a little, how can I say, small?
A vein on her head visibly bulges in anger as she struggles to maintain her composure. You will explain.
As the Cheshire disappears, Felicia allows herself to relax a little bit, and she turns to Atsuko with a very reluctant expression. Like she wants to say something, but she doesn't know how to.
We'll talk later. As she turns to the rabbit, you explain. There's so much I don't understand. Spirit warriors? Why was that monster chasing after you? Where are we? What's going on?
I thought you were sent by the big guy.
The big guy?
You don't know anything?
No, I saw what I thought was the rabbit I cared for all those months ago. And she burns bright red at having admitted it out loud. I thought it had wandered off into the administration building. Are you telling me that some big man tosses people down here so that they can fight swords or whatever?
Yeah?
My father
Kind
will
of?
be hearing about this.
I think there's you're the spirit warriors I was supposed to meet up with, right?
What? You keep saying that. What even is
We have
a
absolutely
spirit
no idea
warrior?
what you mean at all.
Oh no. And the rabbit just kind of like pulls out a clipboard out of nowhere and just goes, "Oh, oh no."
But Felicia's also just like looking at her new goth getup that she just now noticed she was wearing.
You two aren't supposed to be here. At least I don't think you're supposed to, or maybe I, there's a lot to sort. Okay, I will just answer your question real quick. Welcome to the spirit world. Uh, I am I am the fantastic friend, the custodian hair, and obviously you both have enough spirit energy to fight. Well, at least your friend does. It's a lot of energy. So, but dangerous amount of energy. But I was supposed to meet up with two warriors who were probably supposed to know what was going on. I just thought that they just sent me a couple of weak ones, or that just inexperienced ones.
She has to restrain herself from throttling him every time he calls her weak. So people are supposed to get sent down here to fight sores or whatever, and I assume protect you for some reason?
Well, not protect me, but to help me out. Wait, which sphere are you from?
Which sphere? Earth? Are you talking about Earth?
Wait, you're you're not from another realm. No, like what is who controls your sphere of influence? Are you human?
What? Yes, of course we are.
Felicia
What
is
else
just
would we
like
be?
face palming.
Wait, you're both humans?
Yes, obviously.
At least I think I'm still human. She looks at her like weirdly wooden or porcelain hands and just kind of picks at them a little bit.
Let's go shudders just a little bit.
Okay, I think it's safe for now. Have a seat. Uh, what is happening right now is probably the best time of my immortal life.
First you were concerned, and now you're telling me it's the best thing that's ever happened to you?
well,
You certainly do flip-flop quickly.
well, I mean, I didn't know that you were human. I thought you were just another spirit. That just looked weird. But no,
Weird.
If you're looking for a spirit, then you know what? You can have this one. She kind of grabs her cat by the head and like hoists it at him, and
yeah,
remembering what it turned into, he just kind of flinches.
no, he doesn't. He just goes. He's like, oh, that some low level spirit. Even I could take that down.
She looks at him, just like eyebrow raised, looks at him up and down.
If you're wondering why I didn't,
Is he bullshitting?
if you're wondering why I didn't stop the sword, it's because I wasn't supposed to engage. I was only supposed to investigate.
You have missions or jobs or something. Do you get paid properly for them?
Well, if the payment is the fact that my entire realm doesn't collapse, yes. I do need to explain. Please have a seat.
Where? There's nowhere to sit.
He snaps his fingers, and two stumps appear.
Oh. You have
Or
my
his.
appreciation. I always appreciate the help. And she sits down on one
Help.
of the yes. She sits down on one of the stumps and like, smooths out her skirt and sits all prim and proper.
Didn't think that would actually work, but here we are. So
You didn't know. She glances down slightly worriedly at the stump, like if it's gonna like rear up and attack her.
Okay, so to preface, welcome to the spirit world. It's kind of like a mirror of your world, except there's also several mirrors of itself. We don't really try to think about that. It's a lot to explain, but you are it looks like you were accidentally brought here. Don't know how, don't know why. Maybe you were supposed to be here. Really don't understand. But my main job is to clean up corruption that is happening in Spirit World. You know, little things. The Spirit Weave just kind of occasionally gets a little bit messy.
Spirit weave.
Think of it kind of like a life energy that connects all things.
I think we have a few concepts like that on our planet. I've heard practitioners talk about ki and chi.
I don't know what that is, but sure. But basically, as the Spirit Weave gets corrupted, it causes areas of our realm to start to feel, I guess, for anybody that's well versed, twisted, wrong, incorrect, and that's what this area is. Something is causing a large amount of corruption to occur, and I'm supposed to find out what it's doing and then guide the spirit warriors that I was supposed to meet to help cleanse it.
Oh, so you're
You
like a
say-
janitor.
I mean, I am the custodian here.
So you say supposed to meet. Someone assigned people to come to you, or did you just get a vision?
Not a vision. It was an assignment. It was from the big guy. I was told that I will be meeting 2 spirit warriors.
You keep referring to the big guy. What is a name? Title? God?
How much time do you have for me to say the entire name?
Just say like the first one. Just
Okay. You're human, right?
yes.
How long do you live on average?
She thinks for a moment. Honest, that's up for debate.
Typically around 80 years on average, although some of us live to be significantly longer.
Okay. Do you have 200 years for me to say the first name?
Say the first vowel.
First vowel.
Yes. Just any title except big guy. I bumped into a big guy. Was that the big guy?
Well, I think that was a guy who happened to be big. This seems to be a specific name or title.
I just call him the big guy because saying his name is completely annoying. Last time I tried to address him fully, it took almost 2,000 years.
That's highly she pauses for a moment to think. Inconvenient?
So I just call him the big guy. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, I might prefer a more definitive name, but that
Like
will have
king
to
or god?
suffice for
Just that
now.
definition alone. King or god?
More king. It's not really
Okay.
anything
good.
like a god.
Okay, good. We're on the same page now. I wanted to know if this was like a divine intervention or just, affection. That's it.
Well, can you take us to His Highness? Because I would like to return back home.
Well, I can't really take it to His Highness, but I think I can get you out of here. Looks like whatever you did in that battle did help the area stabilize a little bit. So I am able to use some of my influence here. I did make those stumps. So let's see. Looks like you came out of here. And he claps his paws together, and the administrator door appears. The administrative building door.
Oh, is that going to happen every time?
Probably not.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, this has been an interesting experience to talk about in therapy later. She walks over to the door to just walk out and leave
Felicia is
because
following right behind her.
this is insane. Like there can't pot like this obviously can't concern her. She, as pointed out, she doesn't have any. She has weak spiritual power, whatever that means. She doesn't care. She's got daddy's credit card. Um, so
So,
yeah, she does briefly pause at the door and say, "If you happen to see Ticker, um, tell him hello."
if I meet someone called that, sure. And he's writing something down on this clipboard. Uh,
It's
but
it's not important. I'll just not as if I'll ever come back here again. And she opens the door to presumably the vortex.
when you pass through the threshold of the door, you're back on the campus, and when you look behind you, you just see like the hallway of the administration building. Also, Felicia is there and looks normal again.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, she's back in her gym fit.
I'll take the gym fit over the porcelain doll routine any day.
I
Um,
did
Oh,
like the dress, though. I might make that later.
yes, and she kind of stammers, realizing that she just openly complimented somebody.
And Felicia also, her eyes widen, just realizing that she's been complimented.
Did you mean what you said back there about there only being one really good thing in your life?
She pauses and she nods. It's been difficult making friends, and I've wanted to apologize, but I also just. I was scared of making it worse, like I do with most other things.
Why did you say it?
I wasn't in control. I was still young. I had no idea about him until that moment. It was only after I was going to show you that he decided to make himself known. And you notice her tightening around the cat in her arms. Almost angrily.
I see. She looks down at the cat. Perhaps I can be more civil with you going forward. You did technically save my life.
She smiles. That would be lovely. I miss talking to you.
Atsuko turns away, not daring to look Edelgard in the face, but you hear her sort of say quietly, I missed it too. Anyway, we need to catch up with our tour guide.
Oh, I forgot.
do either of you have a way to check the time?
Of course,
Uh,
naturally. I have like a solid gold pocket
she
watch and I flip it out immediately and pop it open.
It's almost midnight.
just it just hard cuts, credits roll.
But seriously, she flips it open, sees that it's midnight, and is like, "Well, I imagine time flows differently." And it's at this moment that she's realizing that, like, yeah, it's dark out, probably, right? It's
Uh-huh.
probably dark out, like there's lights on. But she was so wrapped up in everything that was going on that presumably just didn't notice until now.
Yep. Uh,
This is going to have consequences later. I'm almost certain of it. The
Yes,
question
you
is
did.
for whom?
Mm. It's especially awkward because you had that one really cool speech, and now we just look like dicks.
To be fair, I seem to look like a dick to everyone. I don't understand. I'm complimenting everyone. I'm being kind and straightforward about what I think. I'm shaking hands properly.
and as you're going over this list, all of the adrenaline has worn off, and you both feel incredibly tired, almost like you ran a marathon.
Let's say we continue this conversation tomorrow. I need a nap and possibly a bottle of wine.
Yes, aren't we technically underage for wine?
How old are you?
I mean, we're going into college for the first time as freshmen. I'm assuming that we're 18.
Uh,
It
18,
depending
18.
on, like, where in the world we
It's
are,
only
right?
illegal if you get caught.
So first thing, you guys can be old enough to drink if you want.
Cool.
Because not all college freshmen are, 18-year-olds. People in their 60s go back to school as freshmen. They have to start as freshmen.
That's true.
I'd
So,
say just 21.
Just to get around the issue and
yeah.
Atsuko says, "I don't know that one bottle will be strong enough, but we'll keep it simple." And she snaps her fingers, and presumably her staff immediately appears with two perfectly poured glasses of wine.
Yep. Don't know where they were that whole time.
They don't see, I presume they don't know either. And she'll probably ask them about it later, about like, did I go missing for like, 12 hours all of a sudden? Because I think it
Yeah.
was around noon when we went in.
I was the evening.
Evening, okay. So it wasn't that long, but like still like 6 hours probably,
Yeah.
at least.
And then as they are walking towards the dorms, Felicia just has like a thought and just turns to Atsuko. Do you think they're still waiting for us up there?
Oh, I'm sure they wouldn't bother with that. It would be, and then the camera presumably cuts to like the stadium where everyone is still waiting. And Steven is just going, "Yep, they'll be here any minute now. Any minute."
Well, if you want me to peel back the curtain, it is only Steven, uh, because he has to cross a couple more names off the team list.
Cool. In spite, I imagine she probably like sends her servants to gather that information for her, and when she finds out, is like, "Yes, fine, we'll attend." Um, but
Yeah.
so like they at least show up to cross the names off. She says, "Important business, not something a commoner would understand."
Yeah. Cross your names off. Uh, for example, Steven just assumed
Yeah.
you all like dipped like other people.
As if from the team.
Yeah, from the team.
Oh no, like I told you, I'm going to make something out of this team. If I have to do it piece by piece.
We also need to be there, I think. Like, are we just talking about this at all right now, or are we just?
There's a lot of things we need to talk about, but I imagine not all of that will happen on screen as we're, bumping up against the fourth wall here.
We are bumping against the fourth wall, and we are actually heading to the end. I will say that you are finishing the day, and then when we pick up next time, we are going to continue the fun school adventure and the fun spirit world adventure. Yay!
Oh boy! And also, oh no!
Oh
And also,
no!
oh boy!
So, very good job on the first battle right there. We do
Yeah,
have
first match.
one thing to do, which is reflect after a card game. When you finish card game combat, each player involved in the battle, which was technically both of you, marks experience. So you do get a checkpoint of experience on your sheet today.
Hooray!
Hooray!
And then you check your baggage list. I'm going to say the serious baggage, we could downgrade it to normal baggage.
Okay.
It's not
I think
fully
that's
resolved.
fine. But at least they're talking again, and that's process.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a note that it was downgraded from serious baggage, though.
yeah. Like it's still serious, but like workable. It's workable.
Well, they'll probably be okay.
It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Yep. So remember, 3 experience points allows you to take an advancement. So, which is nice, which is very nice. And then before we completely end today, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I know it was a little bit messy with tech issues and then like a lot of other stuff, like me losing a lot of my prep things. Which was not fun. But what you guys think?
I mean, I'm having fun so far. I haven't played the card game yet, but I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, a lot of fun. There's definitely going to be some things that we learn next time we go to the spirit world.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and I'll try and get all my card art done before then. So if Atsuko ends up being the one to duel, we'll get to see exactly what kind of deck she's put together.
And I'm going to not use these text ones because they seem to error out. I will import proper ones.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
I'll have it all fixed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna save this real quick.
So,
Save object.
episode 2 will be in 2 weeks. So that is going to be, making sure, May 2nd. And we will continue this story, this heavily narrative game, which I'm having a lot of fun with this. I like this.
Yeah. No, like I
Yeah.
love story-based games. Like the only thing that's better is if you like gave me a world building game and told me to go nuts.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, since that is all, thank you both for playing today, and thank you to anybody who was listening. I will be back with other things on my own here, but see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Bye bye. Bye bye.